I love good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. I'm going to be renovating the Newbie trailer. It's one of the trailers just randomly in Pleasantview, just one of the empty ones you can move a family into. I'm going to be moving the Newbie family into that. Now, this is actually tutorial John, tutorial Jane, but I've just moved them into this like empty trailer just to get them started. So as always, removing all the details, and I'm going to be making the home smaller for better scaling as well. But I tend not to make the home smaller if I can avoid it, but the scaling is just completely off. Plus, it's a trailer, so I'm not really bothered. But yeah, I did make it a bit smaller, and I did add a little bump out as well, and also an extra floor so I can constrain for elevation and make the roof line match up. Very similar to how I did Brandy Brooks trailer renovation. It's literally the exact same thing, but marginally smaller. I did get a comment in one of my speed builds. I completely forgot which one, but someone asked how I got angles, certain angles in a build and stuff. And I actually use angled OMSPs. So if you ventured into Sims 2 custom content, you know an OMSP is one more slot, please. So for example, if you want to put more stuff on coffee table, you don't have enough slots for it, you get an OMSP, move it up to where the coffee table is, and you'll be able to put multiple items on there. And angled OMSPs just allow you to have one more slot angled. So I use I think it was like a 22-degree incline, something small like that, just so I could have a bit more interesting for the roofline. Honestly, gameplay wise with tutorial Joe and Jane, I can just do what I want because they're just tutorial sims. I might actually play the tutorial because I've never played the Sims 2 tutorial, like never once, like ever. So I would like to try doing that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention as well, the reason why tutorial Joe and Jane are in Pleasantview is because I know Joe is the son of Bob Newbie. What's the other one? The Newbies, son of the Newbies, and also Brandy Broke is daughter of the Newbies as well. So technically tutorial Joe is Brandy's brother. So therefore it makes sense for him to be playable as well. Obviously you can be like, oh well, maybe he moved to a different place where blah blah blah, whatever your reason may be, but I wanted to play with tutorial Joe, so did. But yeah, the gameplay wise, you can really do whatever you want with them. I do have on my Tumblr, because I recalculated everyone's primary and secondary aspirations, so I did recalculate their primary and secondary aspirations, and they have their own little things, and I'll be playing with that. But in terms of gameplay, I don't think many people play with them, so I can kind of do what I want. I know tutorial Jane is a hopeless romantic, and Joe is a fortune family sim, I think. I don't know. I'm not looking at my notes. It's not that important to me. I feel like that family is kind of like a laissez-faire, do what you want kind of sim family, which I'm sound with. So the exterior is going to be available for download on my Tumblr. At least I'll try and make it available for download by the time this video goes up. I just wanted to be able to upload more houses. I think some people have asked whether they can download the houses that are built, and low-key, because Sims are already moved into them, I don't want to corrupt your games. Also having to move a sim out, get it ready for download, and then move a sim back in. It's kind of a lot. It's kind of annoying. I don't want to do that. I didn't start this speed build series with the intention of sharing the houses ever, so I don't know about that. But because this is an empty house, I started off as an empty house, I don't mind sharing this because it's not too big of a deal. It's not too big of a hassle. So I'll try my hardest. I will put some on my Tumblr. Also, yeah, I did remove all the exterior. I initially when I was building it, I was like, oh yeah, Tutorial Joe, Tutorial Jane, they have red jumpers. And then I checked and the jumpers are actually orange. But the whole house is red. So I'm sticking with it. It's red now. Could change everything to orange, but like it's too late. Everything's red. It's okay. It's alright. I'll live. Just like with the broke trailer, this trailer was really, really cramped. And so I felt like I was squeezing all the furniture into the house because there just really was not that much room to work with. So even in the kitchen, all the counters just felt very like squeezed in, and even all the appliances being on top of each other, like that was the only way to fit everything in there. It's kind of what I'm doing in my flat right now. Like everything is kind of just put on top of each other because there's just not enough space for everything. Same with the living room. There's just barely enough room for the sofas, and then you just have like a little square or two to go around and maneuver about, but it's really not that much space. And I love that, low key. Sometimes, especially compared to like the goth manor per se, it's nice to have like a small little place just so you can like just relax and put down like 3 items and for the room to be furnished. Like that feels good, in contrast to having a massive house where there's a billion things that need to be furnished and it's like really overwhelming. So I'm low key kind of living for it. Is anyone else getting really annoyed by the amount of AI that's being like force fed to us? Literally everywhere you look, there's AI. As in, it can be on your keyboard, on your phone, AI is there. You could try and search it on Google, AI overview. I don't want AI to be everywhere. It's genuinely so annoying. And it's not even that I don't think AI is useful, because there are like cases where it is very useful, but I just feel like it's being force fed to me. Every single place, everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, there's AI right there. Did no one watch Terminator? Is no one scared of AI trying to overtake the world? Is no one terrified of that? Also, AI is really stupid. And it's kind of like the snake eating its own tail Ouroboros kind of thing, where AI is just going to keep engaging or keep taking AI generated images into itself and then generating like Chinese whispered versions of old AI stuff. I don't know. I'm not really vibing with AI right now, which is a shame because it can be really useful, but the way it's being force fed to me, like I don't want to engage with it anymore. I'm really stubborn. If something's being forced to me, like I really don't want to engage. I really don't want anything to do with it. And AI is cool. It is really cool. I feel like it could like be used in a really innovative and interesting way, but the ways that people are trying to use AI now is to replace people, and I just don't think that's right. They're trying to replace artists or replace manual labor. I don't know. It's not the vibe. Not the vibe. One thing I really wanted to do with my builds is to make sure that they look really realistic and really lived in. And so I've been added loads of little details like light switches on the wall and also radiators. Now the radiators that I did find were only decorative, sorry, they weren't functional. So I had to hide little functional ones inside the decorative ones. I really wanted that specific type of radiator. I don't know, I just felt like the vibe of it was just right for the house. So hid the functional ones in the decorative ones, added a bunch of little light switches and little things here and there just to bring everything to life. Even in the nursery that you'll see later, I've added loads of nappies and baby stuff. I really want the homes that I build to look lived in and to really be representative of the people living there, because my space and my house and my flat is representative of me. It has all the decorations of things that I enjoy, and so therefore I feel like anytime I build a house for a sim, it should be representative of them. For some reason, I can't tell you why, I really wanted Tutorial Joe and Tutorial Jane to have their own little one. I like the nursery was just fully kitted out with everything. I really want them to have a family. I just think it would be so cute, and to slowly build up their wealth so they can afford like a nicer, better house for their child. That would be really cute. And I only really envision them having one child, possibly two, maybe, but like just the one kid, like an only child. That's what I view it in my mind. Like that's the vibe. And I also want to really see what their kid looks like. That would be really interesting to me. Well, this marks the end of the speed build. Make sure you give a like. It boosts the video in the algorithm. It'll be really nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's it. That's a wrap for now.